about it, like, ain't that the truth? I know I need to be on stage. He was like, well, maybe there's a way for me to get you on stage and talk about our experience working together. And I was like, hell yeah, like, let's go. I'm totally down. Like, first of all, I believe in Mario. He hooked me up. I learned so much in his program. Like, I'm more than happy to get on that stage and talk about my experience, right? Because my goal was to get on stage. That was my goal. And he was like, yeah, let me see if I can make that happen. Like, I'm still thinking about, what's the format gonna be? But yeah, let's see if I can get you on stage. And y'all, investing in someone's program or investing in someone to teach you something goes far beyond just the actual deliverable, right? So I hired Mario to teach me how to pitch brands and to teach me how to reposition my brand, right? And really showcase my expertise. But I also hired Mario because I knew his network and I wanted to be a part of his world, right? So it was very strategic in that investment. It wasn't just for the coaching program. It was also because I wanted to build a relationship with Mario, and he was going to be able to see me in action, front and center, as a result of being in his program. And it just so happened that because of all of this, he now trusts me where he's like, yo, you should be on stage with me. And I'm like, hell yeah. So whenever you are contemplating investing in someone or you want to be in someone's world, yo, write the check. Invest in yourself. Like, this is how relationships are built and this is how opportunities happen. When I first invested in his program, did I know that he was going to invite me to be on this stage with him? No, I didn't know that. But did I know that as a result of being in his program that now I was going to be in his world and we had a relationship now that I could build off of? Absolutely. So yeah, guys. So now I'm on stage at this podcast summit in ATL. And I'm really, really excited because it's going to be, I think, July 4th through the 5th. And I am looking forward to learning, right? Because the podcast industry is new for me. Like, the only thing I knew about the podcast industry was I like listening to podcasts. That's the only thing that I knew. But now that I'm in it and I'm ingrained and I'm like in the fabric of this multi-billion-dollar industry, it's in my best interest to connect with people who are making waves in this space and also creating opportunities for them to get to know me, which is why I wanted to go to this summit, but I wanted to be on stage if I was there because I knew that it would just add an additional level of credibility, right? Versus just being attendee. However, I knew that if I purchased a VIP ticket, I would also be giving myself an additional level of credibility as well. But I didn't want to spend the money. So now I'm a VIP because I'm on stage, right? And I'm speaking on stage. So I'm really looking forward to that opportunity, not only to be on stage, but also to engulf myself in this network of people who are either interested in launching a podcast, have a podcast that they want to take to the next level, are incredible entrepreneurs in this space that are leveraging, podcasts to take their business to the next level. So I'm excited. And I'm looking forward to spending my holiday in Hotlanta. I actually will also be filming podcast episodes while I'm there. I will be a guest on other people's podcasts. So everything just kind of aligned itself. And the universe said, you know what, V, I got you. We're going to put you in the room. We're going to put you on the stage. And we're going to align this out so you can build out your network in Atlanta. There's an incredible entrepreneurship network in Atlanta. Everyone that I know in Atlanta is doing amazing things. My first coach that I hired from Atlanta, shout out to Marcus, is going to be there. So it's just a great place that I love to go back and visit all the time. And so I'm looking forward to being at the summit. On the topic of summits and conferences, I thought it would be really helpful to share with you guys how I handle myself at conferences, so that you can get an idea of what is the best way for you to network at these type of events. Because I know for a lot of people, attending events, especially with when it's large is kind of intimidating if you're like an introvert and you're not really vibing out with connecting with other people. Like, that's not your jam. You rather like be home in front of a computer and that's your vibe. So the idea of going to an event is like, I'd rather not. I get it. But I can guarantee that if you had kind of like tools in your toolbox of how to show up at these events, they'll be less intimidating and more fun. Okay? And you're like, V, what? Fun? Yes, fun. And I know I'm a little biased because I actually love meeting people and I love getting to know them and I love just learning about people. I'm very inquisitive by nature. Hello, hence why I love interviewing people here on the podcast. I also just truly believe that relationships make the world go round, but most importantly, one of the things that I really learned during the pandemic was how much we need people and how much we need community. And that only happens when you go outside. So even though you're an introvert or even though you get uncomfortable at these type of events, I want to just encourage you to go outside because that's where community is. That's like where the love is at. So I want you to go. So let's get into some tips in how you should handle yourself at these events. Okay,